Namaskara and a very warm welcome to SouthCon 2026. You actually see those words, that logo right before your eyes. And I see the power of South India right before my eyes. Please give yourselves a round of applause.
Good afternoon, everybody. Warm welcome to all of you. And this is our SouthCon, wherein which the state delegates or members across the 5 southern states from South India are participating. All the developers from CREDAI, hailing from the southern part, will be here. And we have more than roughly 500-600 developers participating for this 2-day event, wherein which we'll be doing the manthan for the 2 days and deliberating and probably evaluating the way forwards and the scenarios and various other parameters. And we do have our president-elect from the national, Mr. G. Ramareddy. So I just warmly welcome him also. And we do have Mr. Ramchandra Reddy ji. So we do welcome Mr. Ramchandra Reddy. And our Tamil Nadu president is not here currently. And we do have the Mr. Indrasen Reddy Garu from the Telangana state. And we do have Mr. Roy Peter, from the president of CREDAI Kerala. And we do have Mr. Srinivas Bayan from the president Andhra Pradesh. And we have our chairman, Mr. Rafiuddin, who hails from Kalburgi, Gulbarga. And we do have our president-elect, Mr. D.B. Mehta from Mangalore, and our secretary, Mr. Mahavir Mehta. So before we just get in, I would request our question and answer. They will be doing it later. First, just about.
Very good afternoon. So all my friends on dais, warm welcome to you all. It's good to see the registration, what happened, excellent. This time, not only numbers, but participation by the various states, that is very, very important. So, great participation from all the southern states. That shows the strength of CREDAI South. So, I think you must be knowing about how CREDAI South plays a vital role in CREDAI National. So, this is the very important at the 2 days sessions. So, well articulated and some good motivational speeches. Then even about journeys of various developers. This is a good concept. We are going to hear from the many developers. Their personal experiences they are going to share. So it's definitely going to help all the developers, especially for the Tier 2, Tier 3 city developers. So Mr. Habib, please welcome. Yeah. Habib from President CREDAI Tamil Nadu. Welcome you. Good to see you, Habib. Yeah. I think the press, can have whatever the Q&A and brief. Yeah.
I just would like to brief about the theme of this session, this entire SouthCon. Basically, we have revolving around trust through transparency is the topic under which we are doing, and we are deliberating on various topics, and there are multiple sessions, including panel and solo sessions and things like that. Basically, we believe that, we are in the right time, in right place. The Indian real estate is booming, and now it is a part of the Tier 2 cities, and where in which they will be, coming into the mainstream. And all these years we have been seeing, or rather hearing walk and the talk, both the things. But, in the recent past, we are seeing alignment of both walk and talk on Tier 2 city stories. So there are bigger prospects. So keeping in mind, here the delegates, it's more than 80 or nearly 80% of it is from the Tier 2 city or Tier 3 cities. So it's going to be an interesting session and a lot of takeaway for our own developers and fraternity. And anything specific, I think that's it. We'll just go for question and answers. Mic can be given there. So we'll be doing in this is a press meet. Yeah, please.
Hello? Yeah. Hello, sir. Good afternoon. This is Vindhya from Times of India newspaper. From the last 1 year, I have been covering and following CREDAI and RERA. My question is recently, as per the report of No Broker and Knight Frank Research, a lot of 3 BHKs and the size of the apartments are also increasing. And at the same time, people are also looking more towards the luxury housing. So they are also looking for more spaces and more facilities inside the societies. So, but coming to an affordability perspective in this, the prices of these apartments are continuing to rise. So how can we expect this in 2026? What is housing sector looking towards meeting these needs and all that? Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, as you rightly said, the demand for the apartments, are going on bigger and bigger. So this is especially after the COVID. So when you're talking about the affordable housing cap has been fixed at 45 lakhs. So is the maximum. So was decided in 2017. It's almost 8 years. Even we have entered into 9th year. So we have been asking the government of India to change the threshold, or even in fact this time we have requested the government to remove that cap of 45 lakhs and increase the size of the tier 2, tier 3 cities from 90 square meters to 120 square meters. And in the metro cities, it is 60 square meters to 90 square meters we have requested, because you know how the cost of construction has gone up. So, and escalation, year on year escalation will be there. Getting in an affordable home at 45 lakhs is really, really very challenging. And the benefit what we are asking, it goes to only the customers, the home buyers. And even the GST benefit also is there for them as a 1%. And also we are requesting them to exempt or reduce the GST in the construction also. Like when you give a contract for a labor contract or works contract, the GST is 18%. So we are requesting wherever the affordable homes are built, the GST can be reduced to 5%, so that the burden of the construction cost will be reduced. So these requests have been, we have already given a representation to the Government of India through various ways. So hopefully in this budget, the definition of affordable housing is going to be changed. That we are expecting.
So my second question is, one of the topic in the next 2 days will be the trust also, right? So when it comes to builders meeting deadlines and all that, there are still some gaps. So that is also one of the reason there is some resistance among home buyers to buy their flats, because there are many cases where we are seeing these days that the builders are not meeting their deadlines. So how is CREDAI taking that stand, and can we expect, like, what are few things that home buyers can also look into so that they can trust and look towards CREDAI in some ways? Thank you.
So the time factor, as per RERA, whatever you are referring to, will be the problem of the past going forward. Okay, and every developer is very conscious. And today, whatever developers are left out after, just honestly to tell you, the entire industry as such, though we are not an industry status holders, but the entire real estate is going through a transformational change with so many reforms. And if you are aware, we are one of the largest regulated or highly regulated body, or our work is involved. There's a lot of regulations. And now on top, actually, whatever we, today's scenario, that is where we are coming. We are talking about what you are referring to is the past experience, and going forward, that will not be that's what we've been talking. Frustration of the past, as far as home buyer is concerned, will be eliminated. Today's home buyers are very confident lot. But believe me, you and me, the entire experience in the future is going to be a celebratory mode. Because the timeline, even on the timeline also, there are certain things which are, in our hand, certain things which are not in our hand. And especially on the regulatory and the timeline, for us to deliver any kind of projects, there are multiple stakeholders. One of the stakeholder, or rather important stakeholder, is also government, in when they are giving the certain accordances. Today, as you know, even in our state only, I mean, there are a lot of projects where in which the OCs have been obtained, but they are not in a position to register because of the Khata issues and things like that. So there are things, bifurcation. I mean, these are in a long run, very good move and very welcome. But unfortunately, the entire process will hit somebody. So, I mean, since 2004, October 3rd, actually, we are going through that crisis. So that will be there. But as far as timelines are concerned, that will not be the issue going forward. Whatever is there currently or the old projects, they are having certain issues, but that also will be taken out. So with so many things in place, so real estate, unlike in the past, construction was a bigger issue. But today's scenario, even if you get a particular project to a approval stage also, that is good enough. That is means, I mean, the project is almost, kind of done. So hurdles and dependency on the government and the policies are also, humongous. So as far as the deliverables are concerned, I mean, that will be the problem of the past. I mean, that is what we all at CREDAI believe in. And we will also be having buffer so that cushion so that we can cover up if there is any lag because of price escalation, labor issues, unforeseen. There are so many issues. I mean, post-COVID, I mean, COVID is the only force measure, whatever we saw, but subsequently the supply chain got hit, the labor issues were there, so many multiple things. So even once the project gets halt and to restart also is a big challenge. So there are certain challenges, I mean, in the interim, I'm not talking about long term, but that will be the issue of the past is our strong belief.
Can I add? Yeah, Habib from Tamil Nadu, President of CREDAI Tamil Nadu. I think very rightly said by Mr. Bhaskar and Ram. I think this, all these issues are all history. I think, going forward things are going to be good. But our only one particular challenge which I want to say is like, even we complete the project on time, the completion certificate is getting delayed, and then getting electricity and the other things are getting delayed. Now, how we have RERA for us, even the authority should have some kind of a regulatory so that, they are also accounted. It is not unfair just putting the entire thing on the developer. I think if you can just cover that up nicely, it will be great. Because that's very crucial, I mean, there are projects which we have to get a completion certificate, after done, it takes about 3-4 months or sometimes even 6 months. And then getting the power connection, at least from Tamil Nadu, we face this issue. I mean, no fault of ours, we are getting this one. So this has to be addressed, I think, by the press. Thank you.
ಸರ್ ಪ್ರಶಾಂತ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ವಿಜಯವಾಣಿ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪೇಪರಿಂದ ತಾವೀಗಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಿ ಕೋವಿಡ್ ನಂತರ ಇರುವಂಥ ಸವಾಲುಗಳು ಲೇಬರ್ ಸಮಸ್ಯೆ ಆ ನೀತಿ ನಿರೂಪಣೆದು ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಈ ಖಾತಾದ ಎರರ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಏನು ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ಕ್ರೆಡಾಯಿ ಗೌರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಪರಿಹರಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಒಂದನೇ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ನು ಎರಡನೇದು ಈ ಕ್ರೆಡಾಯ್ SouthCon 2026 ಏನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಇದರ ಮೇಯ್ನ್ ಥೀಮ್ ಏನು ಇದರದ್ದು ಗುರಿ ಏನು ಇದರದ್ದು ಎಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎರಡು ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್
ಖಾತಾ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಾವು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್ನ BBMP ಮುಂಚೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಇವಾಗ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ರೈಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಚೀಫ್ ಕಮಿಷನರಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೇ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಮೊನ್ನೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ನು ಐ ಮೀನ್ ನಾಟ್ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್, ಇದೇ ಮಂಡೇ ಸೋಮವಾರನೂ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಎ ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಕಮಿಷನರ್ ಗ್ರೇಟರ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರು ಇನ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಖಾತಾಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಇದು ನಾವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಡಿಸ್ಕಷನ್ ನಡೀತಾನೇ ಇದೆ ನಮ್ಮದು ಈವನ್ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಟೀಮ್ ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆನೂ ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೊತೆನೂ. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಅಶ್ಯೂರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನು ಬರೋ 1 ವಾರ 2 ವಾರ 3 ವಾರದಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭದಲ್ಲೇ ಅವ್ರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನೇನಾದ್ರು ಕನ್ಸಲ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನೇನು ಚಾಲೆಂಜಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಅಂತ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಆ್ಯಂಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತೇನೋ. ಬಟ್ ಎನಿವೆ, ಸೊ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತು ನಾವು ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ವೆಲ್ಕಮ್ ಮಾಡಲೇಬೇಕು, ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಅಫ್ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಐ ಮೀನ್ ನಮ್ಮದು ಮೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ರಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ನು ಅತಿ ಶೀಘ್ರದಲ್ಲೇ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೌತ್ಕಾನ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದಾದರೆ ಇದು ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಾಯ್ ನಾವು ವಿ ಆರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಬಲ್ ಡೆವಲಪರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಅಂದರೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಾಯಿಂದ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ. ಕ್ರೆಡಾಯ್ ಸೀಲು ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆನೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗ್ರಾಹಕರಿಗೂ ಯಾರು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಮನೆ ಖರೀದಿ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಥರದ ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ, ಇವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ತೊಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಬಟ್ ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಕಡೆ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಈವನ್ ರೇರಾದಲ್ಲೂ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ, ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಮೆಜಾರಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕಂಪ್ಲೇಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಾಯ್ ಬಿಲ್ಡರ್ಸಿಂದ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ನೀವು ಕಂಪೇರಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಬಟ್ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳು ಟೈಮ್ಲಿ ಡೆಲಿವರಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸರ್ಟನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವರ್ ಬಿಯಾಂಡ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಅದು ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಇವಾಗ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ವರ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೊಸ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಗಳು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ ನಮ್ಮದ್ರಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅವೇ ಇಸ್ ಕನ್ಸರ್ನ್ಡ್, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನಂತಂದರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಫೆಲೋ ಡೆವಲಪರ್ಸ್ ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ Tier 2 Tier 3 ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಇವತ್ತಿನ ದಿನ ಭಾರತದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳು ಬರ್ತಿದೆ. ಮುಂಚೆ ನಾವು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು 200 ಟ್ರಿಲಿಯನ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ $200 ಬಿಲಿಯನ್ ಎಕಾನಮಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಯಲ್ ಎಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಇವತ್ತು 650 ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಬರೋ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು 1 ಟ್ರಿಲಿಯನ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಮುಂಚೆ ಇದು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮಗೆ 8 ಮಹಾನಗರ ಪಾಲಿಕೆಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಗರಗಳು 10ರಿಂದ 12 ನಗರಗಳು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಯಿತ್ತು. ಇವಾಗ ಒಂದು 20-25 ಬರೋ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 100ರಿಂದ 150 ನಗರಗಳು ಇದನ್ನು ಕಾಂಟ್ರಿಬ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ವಿಶ್ವಾಸ. ಇದ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇಂಥ ಅವಕಾಶ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಾವುಗಳೂ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ತಯಾರಾಗಿರಬೇಕು. ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಜಗತ್ತಿನ ನಿಯಮ. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲೇ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಆಗ್ತಾಯಿದೆ. ನಾವೂ ಆ ಬದಲಾವಣೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಇರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನೇನು ಬದಲಾವಣೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ನಡವಳಿಕೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಸ್ಟ್ರಿಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಒಂದು ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಅಡಾಪ್ಷನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಮೀಟರ್. ನಾವು ಇದೇ ಒಂದು 10-12 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ವಿ, ಇವತ್ತು 10-12 ವರ್ಷದ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಇವಾಗ ಯಾವ ಮಾರ್ಕೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಭಾಳ ಅಜಗಜಾಂತರದಂಥ ವ್ಯತ್ಯಾಸ ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ನಾವೇ ಎಜುಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. ನಮ್ಮ ಸೀನಿಯರ್ಸು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೊರಗಡೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ಸೂ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನೂ ಕರೆದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಇವತ್ತೇನು ಏನೇನು ಇದೆ, ಏನೇನು ನಾವು ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹಿಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಂಥ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆಯನ್ನು ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
So this is M.A. Siraj from News Trail, English Daily. For a common man to have a house out of his own legitimate income, to own a roof over it, is becoming a dream. I remember Indira Gandhi's personal secretary had commented while speaking at Indian Institute of Science about 45 years ago that if such a person, he dreams of his own house, he is over-ambitious. No? How would you like to comment? Cities are expanding, and just because nobody could, the common individual cannot afford the house, so the slumming of the cities is increasing, expanding. How do you react to this? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Siraji. This actually, the way it is, the migration globally is happening from rural to urban and also from urban to suburban. This is a reality. And within the world, I mean, if you see India, we are observing this as at the highest level. So the need for housing, the population has also increased. So demand and supply. And of course, the rates of whether it is construction, I mean, we expect, I mean, there are materials, there are labors, there are statutory fees, there are various things. Everything has literally gone up. So keeping in mind, I mean, if you are talking about, I mean, affordability, I mean, slums are also doing, I mean, the new redevelopment policies also have to come. And what we are looking at is now the implementation, though affordable housing policy is there, but it requires according to me, in my own state of Karnataka, it requires a revisit or a thorough introspection on what are the actual needs. I mean, there cannot be not even one housing policy under affordable housing from a private developer has come in Karnataka till date. So there is a requirement, of course. I mean, this is a socio-economical challenge, so which we need to address jointly. And a private developer will not be able to do solely by itself because it's all driven by policies. So it requires a collaboration between the developers and even the government, the policymakers and everybody. So ultimately, at the end of the day, we'll have to, kind of address these things. And we are also more than willing to contribute or willing to participate in this entire process of housing for all.
Thank you. This is A.B. Pandey from Hind Sagar Prahari Loktantra newspaper. I want to ask about labors. Can I? Okay. लेबर्स के बारे में आप लोगों के विचार जानना चाहते हैं. ज़्यादातर लेबर्स का जो लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड होता है कंस्ट्रक्शन के टाइम पे वो बहुत ही घटिया स्तर का रहता है. और दूसरा, जो लोग कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स को आप काम देते हैं उनके पेमेंट्स बराबर नहीं आते हैं लेबर्स को. इसके कारण लेबर्स दोनों तरफ से पिटते हैं, एक तो रहने का, दूसरा पेमेंट का. इसके बारे में आप लोगों की क्या पॉलिसी या क्या डेवलपमेंट है, प्लीज़? थैंक यू।
लेबर का अभी लेबर भी नहीं बोलना चाह रहे हम, वर्कर्स बोलना चाह रहे हैं अपन। बिकॉज अभी जो भी आप बता रहे, यस कुछ डेवलपर्स कर रहे हैं ऐसा, मगर पूरा डेवलपर्स का ऐसा नहीं है। अपन अच्छा अकोमोडेशन दे रहे हैं उनको, अच्छा फैसिलिटीज़ दे रहे हैं उनको। अगर आज इतना डिमांड है, अगर आज पेमेंट नहीं दिए तो उन्हें दूसरी जगह जाएगा, दूसरी जगह उन्हें काम मिलेगा। इतना डिमांड है, अगर पेमेंट अपन नहीं दिए तो कैसे काम चलेगा हमारा? हम प्रॉम्प्टली पेमेंट करें तो ही हमारे को चलेगा, नहीं तो नहीं चलेगा। सो आप जो बता रहे कुछ हो सकता है, आई एम नॉट टेलिंग वो नहीं हो सकता है, बट आज हमारा लेबर का फैसिलिटी देना ज़रूरी है, उसको देखभाल करना ज़रूरी है, उसका इंश्योरेंस करना ज़रूरी है। मगर गवर्नमेंट के तरफ से जो होना वो नहीं हो रहा है। हमसे 1% लेबर सेस लेता है गवर्नमेंट। You talk to any government across the country, every state has thousands of crores of rupees lying in their labor cess. But उन्होंने कितना वापस दे रहा है? लेबर वेलफेयर के लिए जो काम पैसा कलेक्ट कर रहा है वो कितना स्पेंड कर रहा है? पूछिए, आप मीडिया से आप पूछिए, आपको पता चलेगा। सो हम तो पेमेंट कर रहे, इतना पैसा हम दे रहे लेबर सेस, मगर कहाँ जा रहा पैसा?
नहीं, आप दे रहे हैं, लेकिन जो आपके और लेबर्स के बीच में कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स होते हैं वो ज़्यादा गड़बड़ करते हैं। उसके बारे में क्या पॉलिसी ला सकते हैं जिससे कि काम करने वालों को डायरेक्ट बेनिफिट मिल सकता हो? क्योंकि ज़्यादातर कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स पैसा ले लेते हैं बट वो देते नहीं जिस तरह से मिलना चाहिए।
नहीं, कभी कभी होता है ऐसा भी नहीं। वो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर भी अगर पेमेंट ठीक से नहीं दिया तो उनके पास भी नहीं रहेगा ना। आज डिमांड बहुत ज़्यादा है, वैसे पहले जैसा नहीं है अभी। लेबर वर्कर जो भी मिलना बोले तो मुश्किल हो जाए आज, अभी जाते जाते और भी मुश्किल हो जाएगा। इसीलिए टेक्नोलॉजी के ऊपर अपन बहुत डिपेंड करना पड़ता है अभी। इसीलिए तो रेडी मिक्स आ गया, रेडी मिक्स के बाद अभी एल्यूमिनियम फार्म वर्क आ गया, प्री कास्ट हो गया। अगर फ्यूचर में वर्कर्स का बहुत प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा, वर्कर्स को पेमेंट नहीं दिए तो नहीं चलेगा। मे बी आप जो बता रहे एक दो जगह हो सकता है। अगर हम जो इधर बैठे हैं हमारा तरफ से तो कोई कॉन्ट्रैक्टर लेबर को पेमेंट नहीं मिलकर अभी तक कोई कंप्लेंट नहीं है हमारे को।
आपका काम आगे नहीं बढ़ता इफ यू डोंट मेक द पेमेंट टू कॉन्ट्रैक्टर, एंड इफ द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर डजंट पे द कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्कर, द वर्क डजंट गो बिकॉज दे आर नॉट बॉन्डेड। सो इट इज डायरेक्टली लिंक्ड, मतलब जब तक पैसा नहीं मिलता अपना काम भी आगे नहीं बढ़ता। तो हम भी देखते रहते, मॉनिटर करते रहते। आज की डेट में डिमांड एंड सप्लाई में स्किल्ड लेबर का इतना मतलब मुश्किल है, मतलब टू गेट ए गुड लेबर। सो इवन द कॉन्ट्रैक्टर्स भी मतलब हो सकता है छोटे मोटे मतलब जगहों में, लेकिन जहाँ पे बड़े प्रोजेक्ट जो चलते हैं वहाँ पे मतलब फॉर ए कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्कर नॉट टू गेट ए पेमेंट विल बी ए वेरी ब्लीक चांसेस। जरूर सर।
What are your specific demands from the government in this upcoming budget?
The mainly as mentioned about the affordable housing, that is a major thing what you are asking, and the ease of doing the business also we have been requesting. Because when you are talking about the RERA and all these authorities have come, but again as my friend Habib mentioned, the authorities, the permissions, when you are going for authorities, Bhaskar also mentioned about it, they have no responsibility. There is no timeline. In the website and all those things they show within 30 days they will give the permission and all. But where it's happening, every permission it takes at least 1 year minimum. So by putting so much money into projects, whether you take the development or you purchase the land, so much money is blacked for a year or two to get the permissions. So there, by reducing those timelines, definitely the home buyers also will get the benefit, because the finance cost is going to be huge. So we were seeking, we are given the representation about the, as I mentioned earlier also, GST reduction for the affordable housing construction in the contract from 18% to 5%. Even state governments also should come forward to give the benefit to the home buyers of in affordable, where the now stamp duty and registration charges average you take it 8-9% is there. Some places 7%, some places in 12-13%. In Kerala it is very high, I heard, I think some 12-13%. So for affordable homes they should reduce the stamp duty also. Stamp duty and registration charges, it should come to 2-3%. So that its benefit is going to home buyers only. So that some encouragement should be there. Even government also, a lot of land parcels are also there. Now he was mentioning affordable house has become very, very challenging. When we are purchasing the land in the cities, you know how cost it is, construction cost and all. It goes huge cost is there. So government has to come forward to give some lands. I mean, where it can be PPP model, it can be done. That's how we can, give the, homes to all these small income holders. Earlier, the housing boards were building a lot of projects, but that also now it's been every state, I think, hardly they are building any houses for the affordable people, LIG or MIG or even lower than that.
What is the government's view on giving industry status to the real estate industry?
Yeah, that also we have requested. I think budget, hopefully we are expecting every budget we request, but this time we are expecting especially affordable housing definition is definitely is going to be, I think, because we are represented in various forums like it's a housing ministry, then finance ministry, then Niti Aayog, and various representations are given. Hopefully some positive result we are expecting.
You are asking for increasing the cap on affordable housing from 45 lakhs to 90 lakhs.
Yes, that is there. And even
but will it make affordable for the buyer? How will the buyer will pay 90 lakhs?
Yeah, that you are absolutely right. Apart from that, as is mentioned,
you are looking only at the real estate company's cost of construction. You are looking at your margins.
No, it's not my margin. However, it's going to make a difference for me. Because since somebody wants to buy at 50 lakhs, he has to pay 5%.
Sir, if
It's not that 1% only is going to make it, no. Even I'm asking to reduce the, 18% to 5% in the, when you're giving on a contract. That is not going to come to us. Again, it is passed on to the end user.
How much difference it makes for the buyer, 18 to 5% if you
That's
reduce
what,
it?
cost of construction is going to be reduced. Then I asked for the even stamp duty also, that also we are requesting for that also. These things directly goes to the benefit of the home buyers only, no?
So actually, what you are talking is a economically weaker section, probably EWS housing, what is...
One is EWS, even otherwise for a average middle class family.
Yeah, LIG today, as we see the data, now our middle class potential, the per capita growth and all, whatever increasing and all of that, having said, but also all the stakeholders, it is not the today the real estate developers are working on a very thin margin and probably single digit or even many cases, plus or minus zero. So when we are talking about a scenario of that nature, all the stakeholders also need to correct. In sense, for example, if I have to tell you, in a joint development or a developmental agreement, it is not a transaction what we are going through. It is just a permission. Various Supreme Court orders also have been mentioned very clearly that it is a permission to enter the premises to do the development. And for those kind of things also, if you are expecting the stamp duty to be paid at a transactional value, if now for even a plan sanction, when you are going for a plan sanction, if you are looking at a fee to be paid on a built-up area, for a ground rent. So there are, every stakeholder has to contribute. It is not only one person. Even the plan sanction time taken or the OC time taken also has to reduce. The cost, the major component is also, the financial institutions also, it runs through. So and everybody has to contribute. It's just not only the developer.
You mentioned about...
Just a minute. Your question, that if they will not increase the 45 lakhs to some 80 lakhs, 90 lakhs. Otherwise, real buyer, actually affordable housing, those who want the affordable housing, they are not enjoying these benefits. What is GST 1% and other, all benefits are not there, not enjoying, because our minimum, according to the land cost and construction cost and our profit, everything includes, we are not able to sell the flat within 45 lakhs. That is not possible also, because of the land cost and construction cost so much increased. That's why. If it will increase, then definitely the real buyer will enjoy the benefits of the affordable housing. The affordable housing is only name sake. Otherwise, nobody is enjoying. Even builders are not happy, and even purchasers also not enjoying the benefits.
You mentioned about stamp duties vary between the states. What is the effort CREDAI has put into get one single uniform stamp duty across states?
Yeah, that we have given the representation, but again it depends, you know, how the government runs. Each state has their own policies. So central government earlier, I mean, JNU, RM, some scheme was there where the government of India was giving some funds, provided doing this. Something like that, they have to, it only government of India can take some certain decisions where they can insist the state governments to do that. Otherwise, it is not easy. Again, we are representing the states individually from CREDAI. Each state, CREDAI, I mean, is represented to the respective states.
Actually, the registration charges also should bring into the purview of the GST purview. One taxation, one nation. Then the affordability definitely will be reached to the prospective buyers.
Did you get a separate session with the finance minister on this? Did you meet?
Did you have any representation to the finance?
Yes, we are giving the representation to the finance minister also. Yes. We have been giving, but this time also we have given. But this budget, we got a lot of positivity. We are definitely a definition of affordable housing going to be increased. The threshold is going to be increased.
Thank you.
Sir, this to Abhi sir. So what type of problem you are facing in Tamil Nadu, sir?
Sorry?
What type of problems you are facing in Tamil Nadu, sir?
From the government? From whom?
From both.
Yeah, okay. So I think speedier approvals, you know, ease of doing business. Of course, Tamil Nadu is definitely doing a little better, but could be much more faster. I mean, we are talking about affordable housing. That is the real chunk, you know, the India, you know, people need homes. For that to happen, the number one, government has to come out with different models. They need to unlock their land and give it. So that is an easier one. And as my colleague said, you know, the stamp duties have to be special, you know, for an affordable one. If we are just talking about affordable one now, and then the GST also has to come down for this particular thing. Other than that, what we face is the approval. You know, we are always aiming for a single window clearance. It is always on the record. Okay, now we have started. Tamil Nadu, smaller houses. If you want just online, you apply, you will get it immediately. But this has to go to bigger projects. You know, so those are the bigger charges. So because the real estate is a capital intensive, so much money has been locked. The approval, if it comes faster, it will be beneficial for the end user as well as developer and all the stakeholders. And then master planning of all the cities, you know, because tier 2 towns are now going to run the thing. So we are on that, and the government is actually doing on that. As we speak today, you know, the registration process is a cumbersome one. People have to go to the registry office, wait for half a day or one day to finish registration. That is actually now happened now. So that is a good news. Other than that, we have multiple ones. We keep engaging the government. Specifically, if you can ask, I would be able to do it. But main thing is ease of doing business, and the affordable homes has to come. You know, for this, government has to support. And the quicker, as I told you, the completion certificate, the OC, and all now RERA is also becoming an issue now. You know, I mean, we are actually wasting a lot of time in getting the approval, and then again RERA takes another 2-3 months. You know, it doesn't have to be. Everything has to go as a single window so that things are more faster. So this is our biggest pain point.
So what type of support you want from the Tamil Nadu government and the central government?
I think I told you. So this is what, you know, faster approval has to be there. And industries, I mean,
it comes under a state government, you know.
State government. You're asking Tamil Nadu specifically, so it is a state government. From central is what the GST we spoke. Industry status is what we wanted, so that, you know, cheaper funds can be accessed. And other than that, you know, government have to unlock their land and come out with different models so that housing for all really becomes reality.
Sir, Tamil கேட்கலாம் உங்ககிட்ட. ஒரு தீம் பத்தி கொஞ்சம் throw some light. Theme about the theme progress ஏதோ சொல்லியிருக்கீங்களே, அதை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் சொல்லுங்கள், விரிவாக சொல்லுங்கள் கொஞ்சம்.
இங்கே யாருக்கு தமிழ் தெரியாது. ஸோ
then go ahead in English.
என்ன தீம் சொல்கிறீங்க?
இந்த தீம் பற்றி இந்த மாநாட்டுக்கு ஒரு தீம் வச்சுருக்கீங்களா?
ஆமாம்,
அதை பற்றி கொஞ்சம் விரிவாக சொல்லுங்கள்.
இந்த மாநாடு வந்து ஆக்சுவலாக பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வந்து சவுத்கான் அப்படிங்கிறது தான். ஏன்னா சவுத்தில் இருக்கிற 5 ஸ்டேட்டும் சேர்ந்து பண்ணிட்டுருக்கோம். பட் எல்லோரும் சொன்ன மாதிரி டியர் 2 டவுன்ஸை தான் மெயினாக ஃபோக்கஸ் பண்ணுறோம். ஏன்னா சவுத்தில் வந்து சென்னை, பெங்களூர், ஹைதராபாத் அது இல்லாமல் நிறைய கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 150-200 சிட்டிஸ் இருக்குது. அதுவுடைய மெயின் தான். இங்கே வந்து கான்ஃபரன்ஸுக்கு வர போகிறவங்க பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கிட்டத்தட்ட ஒரு 500 பேர் வருவாங்க. எல்லாருமே சின்ன ஊர்லேருந்து தான் வர்றாங்க. ஸோ வி கோன் டு டாக் ஒன்லி அபவுட் திஸ் மோர் ஆஃப் டியர் 2 டவுன்ஸ் அண்ட் அவங்களுக்கு இருக்கிற சேலஞ்சஸ், அவங்களுக்கு இருக்கிற இது கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் வந்து எப்படி டெவலப் பண்ணலாம், எப்படி வேகமாக வந்து கன்ஸ்ட்ரக்ஷன் பண்ணலாம், என்ன மாதிரி வந்து பிளானிங் பண்ணலாம், ஏன்னோ அண்ட் தென் நெட்வொர்க்கிங் அமங் இதுதான் பேசிகிட்டு இருக்கோம்.
தேங்க்யூ சார், தேங்க்யூ.
Sir, this is for Karnataka chapter. So earlier you were mentioning about the challenges faced by e-Khata. So last year, if I'm not wrong, a representation was also sent from CREDAI to GBA as well. So you said that last week or somewhere you met Special Commissioner from GBA. So what are the challenges still you are continuing to face, sir? Last time it was about bifurcated Khata and all.
That still persists. That still persists. Okay. So I keep getting call. I mean, even a lot of home buyers also, they have done their duty. You have got the OC. Developer has, completed his part of it. And the registrations are not happening. Forget about it. There are people who want to, support their child education, draw some educational loan. So many things actually. But e-Khata bifurcation is one of the bigger issue. And in the larger commercial properties also, like when you are having multi-story bifurcation within the Khata also, it's a quite, because it's a good thing that Karnataka has taken this initiative, but in long run, I mean, it will also, it's quite advantageous. But when we are taking this, we are taking too much of hit. So, I mean, it's taking a lot of time. I mean, time is money today. I mean, we are unnecessarily going through the interest component.
So when you say that you are the government is taking more time for plan approval, usually how long does it take for you guys to get the plan approval?
As per understanding or as per their this thing, it should take 30 days. So generally now today, earlier also I mentioned earlier in a real estate project, for completing the project was in true sense, I mean, you have to complete now today, even if I get the plan sanction, it's as good as, I mean, I've completed the project.
When you say more than 30 days, does it take 1 year or like 90 days? Is there any time frame you can provide?
Now for NOC, from start to end, I mean, if you are lucky enough, it depends. I mean, it ranges from 1 to 2 years.
Okay. So, yeah. Occupancy certificate, OC?
OC is taking time actually even today. I mean, the OC issuance is happening, but subsequent to the OC, after once you obtain the OC, for you to have Khata is again a challenge. Without Khata, you cannot go. You cannot do the transaction. I mean, it's an asset without where in which you cannot do any transaction. It's not that only we are getting hit. The government is also getting hit, but I mean, some government can afford to, they have the luxury, I mean, it doesn't matter, but for developers it is an issue. And last but not the least, the home buyer is really affected.
Sir, across South India, like how many CREDAI builders are there, sir? And question to national chapter head also, like you said you have made a representation for the coming budget expectations, right? So when was the representation made? When did you submit the representation to government asking for few requests like industry section or all, stamp duty and all?
Yeah, we have given as I mentioned, we gave the representation. What is your question?
Is it like when did was the representation made? Like is like this month or like last month?
Yeah, last month we gave. Okay. Yeah, we had series of meetings happened in the past 6 months. Series of meetings have happened. Every meeting we gave some representations.
Across India, how many CREDAI builders are there, sir?
We have in CREDAI more than 13,000 developers. Our presence is in 240 cities in 21 states.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. I think it's time to wind up because...
Yeah. That's it. Vasant is not there. Maithili?
In Karnataka, we are having problem to get the approval from the plan. For the plan.
Sir, all of us, actually real estate is a very regional subject. It goes through from state to state. It's not a national policy. But as far as, I mean, all of us, every state here, actually, we complain only one thing, ease of doing business. And when I'm saying ease of doing business, I mean, we know the system, but we are talking about the timeline taken. We only our humble request to, in each of our states actually, is on the time. Inder, you want to add actually? You have the mic there.
Especially in Telangana, the previous government was introduced TSB Pass, that is one different type of software. After that, recent government came and they introduced Build Now. Apart from that, the government is working the investors who are coming from outside, means international investors. They introduced one more department. Recently they established one more department. It's named called SPEED. The SPEED means the S stands for smart, proactive, effective, and efficient delivery. They are sanctioning these proposals. They are clearing within 21 days. Means the single window they are clearing. They are coordinating with all other departments. In our case, throughout India, almost all maybe 10 desks plus or minus, our every file will move, will touch more than 125 tables and 15 departments. We are requesting government to we will apply the file in the one single window. You take care of all the departments, you coordinate with them and give us approvals in some stipulated timeline. Our government is already in the process. Maybe we are expecting the first time it is going to implement in Telangana.
Yeah. I think, Maithili, we are running this thing, so we'll just call it. Was it? Yeah.
Bhaskar ji. Yeah. So, on behalf of SouthCon and all other state president and our national president-elect Rama Reddy, I would like to thank all the print media, the TV media, and all the influencers here. I would also request you all to be here present for next 2 days. We are going to discuss a lot about the potential in Tier 2 cities and a lot of discussion and a lot of subjects. Technical subjects are also we are going to discuss to make ease of doing business. Request all of you and thank you every time you have given us a lot of good support. I hope this time also you will cover this in a large manner and give us a good support. Thank you very much.